Hi there, this is Akin from Step by Step Academy. How are you, my friends? And I hope you're having a beautiful day from whatever part of the world you're watching from. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how to divide numbers in any given base. I am super excited to show you two different ways of doing just that. The first method is one that is very common among learners, which is first to convert all the numbers involved into base 10, perform the division in base 10, and then convert your answer in base 10 back to the required base. However, this method can sometimes be cumbersome and time consuming, particularly when you have a long string of number bases to convert first to base 10. The second method, which is the normal method, is one that many students have difficulty performing because there's always a misconception when dividing numbers in other bases other than base 10. In this video, I will be illustrating the two methods, but my emphasis will be more on the second method. Enough stories. Let's begin right away with the following examples. Example 1. 1145 base 7 divided by 23 base 7. Using the first method, the first thing to do will be to convert each of these number bases to base 10. And to do that, we'll begin first by assigning powers of 0, starting from my right towards my left. 0, 1, 2, 3, base 7. The next step will be to use each digits that make up these numbers, multiply the base, raised to the power assigned to the digits. Therefore, this will be 1 times 7 to the power of 3, plus 1 times 7 to the power of 2, plus 4 times 7 to the power of 1, plus 5 times 7 to the power of 0. The next step will be to simplify further. 7 to the power of 3, that is 343. That gives us 343. 1 times 7 to the power of 2, that means 7 times 7, which is 49. 7 to the power of 1 is the same as 7. 7 to the power of 0 is the same as 1. 1 times 343 will give us 343, plus 1 times 49 is the same as 49. 4 times 7 is the same as 28. And then 5 times 1 will give us 5. Now if we add up these numbers together, we end up having 425 base 10. We do the same thing for 23 base 7. We begin by assigning powers of 0, starting from my right towards my left. And then the next step will be to use each digit, multiply the base, raised to the power assigned to the digit. So this will be 2 times 7 to the power of 1, plus 3 times 7 to the power of 0. And this will give us 7 to the power of 1 is the same as 7, so we have 2 times 7, plus 7 to the power of 0, that is 1. So this will give us 2 times 7, that will be 14, plus 3 times 1, that will be 3. So we have 17 base 10. Now our result for 1145 base 7 in base 10, that is 425, divided by the result for 23 base 7 in base 10, that is 17. Now if we divide these two numbers, we'll have 25 base 10. Now 25 base 10, now the last thing to do will now be to convert this base 10 number back to the base 7. This is our answer in base 10. But the question is to divide rather in base 7. So we will change 25 base 10 back to base 7. And to do that, we will divide 25 by the base we are required to change into. So 25 divided by 7, 7 in 25, that will be 3, remainder 1. 7 times 3 is 21, remainder 4, I beg your pardon. Then 7 in 3, that will be 0. 7 cannot divide 3, that will be 0. So since this 3 was not divided, we'll move the 3 over to this side as our final remainder. Therefore, our answer to this division, starting from the bottom to the top, is 34 base 7. Therefore, the answer to 1145 base 7 divided by 2 3 base 7 is equal to 3 4 base 7. This is how you divide using the first method. Now to the second method, which is the preferable method. 1 1 4 5 base 7 divided by 2 3 base 7. Set up your numbers as shown. Then note, since we are dividing in base 7, the first thing I would want you to do is to list out your numbers in base 7. List out your digits in base 7. Now for base 10, 1 is the same as 1, but in base 7, 1 is also the same thing as 1. In base 10, 2 is the same as 2 in base 7, 3 is the same as 3, 4 is the same as 4, 5 is the same as 5, 6 base 10 is the same as 6 in base 7, 7 in base 10 is not the same as 7 in base 7, so it's going to be 1 0. And how do I arrive at this 1 0? That is 7 divided by 7. That will give us 1 remainder 0. So that means 7 in base 10 is equivalent to 1 0 in base 7. Similarly, 8 in base 10 will be 1 1 in base 7. That is 7 divide 8, that is 1 remainder 1. Also 9 in base 7, that will give you 1 remainder 2. That is 7 in 9, that's 1 remainder 2. And then 10 in base 7, that will give you 1 3. Then 11 in base 7, that will give you 1 4. 12 in base 7, that will give you 1 5. And then 13 in base 7, that will give you 1 6. So note, these are all base 7 digits. So in base 7, you cannot have digit 7 or any other digit greater than 7. So now let's begin our division process. 23 in 1 is impossible, so I combine 1 with the next digit, which is 1, to make 11. 23 in 11 is still impossible, so I combine the next digits, so that will be 1 1 1 1 4. Then I'll do 23 in 1 1 4. Now let's check 23 base 7. How many 23 can I get from 1 1 4? Please remember that our division here is in base 7. So let's check. If we check 4 times, that's 23 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Remember that we cannot write 12 as a whole digit because 12 is not part of base 7, so we come and look for what 12 is. So in base 7, 12 is 1 5. That will be 5. We write the remainder of 5, we carry 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1, that is 9. 9 in base 7, that is 1 2. So we have 1 2 5 base 7. So we can see here 1 2 5 base 7 is greater than what we are trying to divide, that is 1 1 4. So what do? We go a digit lower than 4. So let's check 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And let's see what is 9 in base 7. 9 is 1 2, so we write 2, we carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, that will give us 7. What is 7 in base 10? 7 in base 10 is 1 0, so that will be 1 0. So that means that 23 base 7 we go in 1 1 4 base 7 3 times. Since the answer we have here is lesser, so it will go 3 times, so we have 3. Then 3 times 2 3 base 7. 3 base 7 times 2 3 base 7. This multiply this, that will give us 102. Now we subtract to get our remainder. Remember again, we are subtracting in base 7, so 4 minus 2, that will give us 2. We can write 2 because 2 is part of base 7 digit. 1 minus 0 will give us 1. We can also write that is part of base 7 digit. Now the next thing will be to bring down the last digit here, which is digit 5. We bring the last digit here, and then again we do 2 3 base 7 divide 1 2 5 base 7. So look at, we have done that here. 23 we go in 1 2 5 base 7 4 times, so we have 4 here. So 4 times 2, 3. 4 times 2, 3. That will give us 1, 2, 5. So minus, there will be no more remainder. Therefore, our answer to 1145 base 7 divided by 23 base 7 is equal to 34 rather base 7. So you can see here that our result for the second method is also the same thing as what we got initially using the first method. So this is how you perform your division using the second method. Just in case you are still not clear with the first example we did using the second method, again let's illustrate the second method again with example 2. We have 1000,001 base 2 divided by 1101 base 2. Again, let's list out our numbers in base 2 for base 10 and then for base 2. 1 in base 10 is the same as 1 in base 2. 2 in base 10 is going to be 1, 0 in base 2. That is 2 divided by 2. That will give us 1, remainder 0. 3 in base 10, that will be 2 divided by 3. That will be 1, remainder 1. Then in 4 will be 2 divided by 4, that will be 1, 0, 0. Then 5 in base 10, that will be 1, 0, 1. 6 in base 10, that will be 1, 1, 0. 7 in base 10, that will be 1, 1, 1. And then 8 in base 10, that will be 1, 0, 0, 0. And then 9 in base 10, that will be 1, 0, 0, 1. And then 10 in base 10, that will be 1, 0, 1, 0. Now, having done this, let's now set up our division as shown. We have 1101 base 2 to divide 1000,001 base 2. Now we have 1101 base 2. 1101 in 1, that's impossible. We combine with the next digit, that will still be impossible. We combine with the next digit, that's still impossible. We combine, that will still be impossible. Now with the next digit, that's 10. So how many 1101 can we get from this? So 1101. Now let's check 9 times. Let's check 2 times. 2 times means 10. 2 times means 10. So let's times this by 10 and see what our answer will be. 0 times 1 is 0. This is 0. This is 0. This is 0. And this is 1. This is 0. This is 1. This is 1. So we're going to have 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Now if you look at this, this is more than what we have here. What we have here is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And here we have 1, 1. That's 11, 0, 1, 0. So that means 1101 cannot go in this number twice. It will only go once. And let's check for 1. 1101 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 0, 1, 1. So we have 1, 0. So let's 1 times 1, 1, 0, 1. That will give us 1, 0, 1, 1. Now we subtract to get our remainder. So remember, we're subtracting in base 2. So we borrow 1 from this. The 1 automatically becomes 2. Please, in case you still do not know how to subtract numbers in base, you can refer to somewhere around, you can look around somewhere on this channel. You will find subtraction of numbers in any given base. So when we borrow 1, the 1 becomes the base we are operating in. So since we are subtracting in base 2, if I borrow 1 from this, the 1 becomes 2. We borrow from this 2 again, it becomes 1. So eventually I'm going to have 2 here. 2 minus 1 will give me 1. This is remaining 1 because we have borrowed from this 2. So this is remaining 1. 1 minus 0 is still 1. We have also borrowed from this. This is remaining 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I've also borrowed from this. This is remaining 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So now our remainder will be 1 1. The next thing to do will be to bring down the next digit, which is 0, and then we do 1101 base 2 in 110. That is impossible, so we fill this space with 0, and then we bring down the last digit 1, that is 1. 1101 divide 1101, obviously that will be 1 because they have the same value. 1101 is the same as 1101. Therefore, our answer to this long division, 1000001 base 2 divided by 1101 base 2 is equal to 101 base 2. So our answer to this is 101 base 2. Example 3. 1242423 base 5 divided by 3214 base 5. Again, let's look at base 10 and then base 5 digits. Base 10 digits, 1 is 1. In base 5, 1 is the same as 1. 2 is the same as 2. 3 is the same as 3. 4 is the same as 4. But 5 in base 10 is going to be 1 0 in base 5. That is 5 divided by 5. That will be 1 remainder 0. 6 in base 10 is going to be 1 1 in base 5. That is 5 in 6. That's 1 remainder 1. 7 in base 10, that will be 1 2. 8 in base 10, that will be 1 3. Then 9 base 10 in base 5, that will be 1 4. Then 10 base 10 in base 5, that will be 2 0. Now let's begin our division by setting up our division table. 3214 to divide 124 24 2 3. 3214 in 1 is impossible, in 1 2 is impossible, in 124 impossible, in 1242 is also impossible because they are less. So we now do in 1242, in 12424. So how many of these, how many 3214 can we get from 12424? Let's check that out. Let's try 4 times. If we multiply this by 4, 4 times 4, that will give us 16. So what is 16 in base 5? Remember, we cannot write 16 here. So what is 16 in base 5? That will be 3 remainder 1. So we write 1, we carry 3. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3, that is 7. 7 in base 5, that is 1 2. So we write 2, we carry 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1, that will give us 9. 9 in base 4, in base 5 rather, is 1 4. So we write 4, we carry 1. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, that is 13. So what is 13 in base 5? That will be 13 divided by 5. That will give us 2 remainder 3. So we have 2 3. Now if you check this value here, we have 2 3 4 2 1, while here we have 1 2 4 2 4. So this is more than this, so we go a digit lower than 4. So now let's check 3 times. Let's see if it will go 3 times. 3 2 1 4 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 in base 5, that will give us 2 remainder 2. That's 2, we carry 2. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2, that will give us 5. 5 in base 5, that is 1 0. So we write 0, we carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, that will give us 7. 7 in base 5 is 1 2. We write 2, we carry 1. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1, that is 10. 10 in base 5, that will give us 2 0. So again, we see that the value we have here is way much more than what we have here. 1 2 4 2 4. This is 2 0. So let's check 2 times now. Let's see what twice will give us. 3 2 1 4 times 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 in base 5 is 1 3. So we write 3, we carry 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, that will give us 3. So 3 is the same as 3 in base 5. 2 times 2 is 4, this will be 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 in base 5 will give us 1, 1. So here we have 1, 1, 4, 3, 3. And here we have 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. So 3, 2, 1, 4 will go in this number conveniently 2 times. So these two now multiply this 2 times this 2 times 3, 2, 1, 4. That will give us 1, 1, 4, 3, 3. Now we minus to know to get our remainder. So we minus to get our remainder. So 4 minus 3, remember we are subtracting in base 5. 4 minus 3, that is possible, that's 1. 2 minus 3 is impossible, so we have to borrow 1. Remember, if we borrow 1, it becomes 5 because we are operating in base 5. So borrow 1 from 4, that will be 5. 5 plus 2 will give us 7. 7 minus 3 will give us 4. This is remaining 3 because we have borrowed from this. So we borrow 3 minus 4 is impossible. We borrow 1 from this again. This will remain 1. The 1 we borrow, this was remaining 3. The 1 we borrow from here becomes 5. 5 plus 3 will give us 8. 8 minus 4 will give us 4. Now this is remaining 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0. 1 minus 1 is also 0. So our remainder will be 441 base 5. The next step will be to bring down the next digit. And then 3214. Check how many times 3214 will go in 4412. So we have seen that 2 times is 11433, which is more than. So that means it will only go once. It will only go once. That's 3214 times 1. That's 4123. It will only go once because twice here, twice is more than 4412. So it will go 1. Then the 1 now times 3214, the 1 here times 3214, that will give us 3214. Again, we subtract to get our remainder. Remember, we're subtracting in base 5, so we borrow 1 from this, that becomes 5. So 5 plus 2, that will give us 7. 7 minus 4 will give us 3. We have borrowed 1 from this, so this remaining 0. 0 minus 1 is impossible. We borrow 1 again from this. So if we borrow 1 from this, the 1 becomes 5. Remember, what we have left here is 0. So if we borrow 1 from this, it becomes 5. 5 plus 0 will give us 5. 5 minus 1 will give us 4. We have 3 left here because we have borrowed 1 from this. 3 minus 2 will give us 1. And then 4 minus 3 will give us 1. Now we bring down the last digit here, which is 3. Now 3214, we repeat the division process again. 3214 divide 11433. How many times will 3214 go in 11433? You can see we already have that here, 11433. So it will go twice, just 2 times. It will go 2 times. 2 times 3214, that will give us 11433. So eventually we'll have a remainder of 0. Therefore, our answer to 1242423 base 5 divided by 3214 base 5 is equal to 212 base 5. This is how you divide numbers in any given base. Now I will leave you to do the remaining 2 questions, number 4 and number 5. Remember to post your answers in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe